before. Everyone gets 5 minutes. Then we hit them with Q&A, and the thing we've been doing lately that I like better than Q&A is not just Q&A, but throwing them suggestions, throwing them ideas, throwing them criticisms, throwing them whatever you got. It doesn't have to be in the form of a question. This is not Jeopardy, and hopefully it'll get something good. And then after a couple minutes of Q&A, we bump them off, and we get the next guy up, and we do 6 of these suckers. And I do think actually by looking through this list that we're going to see something, at least a couple of really good ones. Maybe all of them. We'll see. So we're going to Dean, and he'll tell you how to pronounce what he's doing.
So we threw straws. I lost. I get to do first. Okay, so show of hands. Who here has a headset connected to their PC at home? We're screwed. Okay, that's it. My investment's finished. Thank you very much. Okay, so Cognition is my company. I represent a number of different companies here in the US. I'm originally from Australia. Basically, I help startups get some seed funding, introduce them to people that we know. My background is that I did an IPO in '99, another IPO in 2001. And the company that I'm going to talk about today is Mexuar. Can everybody hear me up the back?
No.
No? How about now? All right. So, everybody has a headset mic connected to their computer, apparently not anymore. So, who here has a website that they sell stuff from? Who here has a website that they make money from? Okay, who's here to pick up checks? At least we got 2 honest guys. Alrighty, super quick. A lot of websites have names, phone numbers, and all the rest of that. So if I browse this website, I want to get in contact with me, what do? I send an email, reply in 24 hours. I want to ring the guy, I get a reply, I can get through to him, but if I'm located in Japan and I need to call somebody here in New York, there's toll charges, and there's obviously a whole heap of other charges. Not anymore. So what we have here is a little applet, and I'm going to say this once and once only. It's a server-side Java VoIP applet. Did anybody understand that? Show of hands. Perfect. Okay. I found out 5 minutes ago that somebody had never heard of asterisks before. Who here has heard of asterisks? Okay. Anybody that hasn't heard of asterisks? Asterix.org is the website. Digium.com is the company. Go and look at it tonight. You cannot develop a single VoIP application without looking at it tonight. Asterix is the, how do I put this? IBM found out about Asterix 3 years ago, and every year they've had it on the 10 most technologies to watch for the last 3 years. IBM is shit scared about it, and Cisco even more so. Cisco will tell you that they haven't heard anything about it. But Asterix is basically an open source application which turns any server into an IP PABX. Now that doesn't mean anything to you except that if you're a company, if you've called Cisco and you said, I want to get the smallest of any PABX, they charge you $30,000. If you've heard of Asterix, you go to the website, download the CD-ROM, put it onto a server, you just save yourself $30,000. It's that simple. So what we've got here is we've got an application called Mexuar Parallella, and Mexuar Parallella is an Asterix add-on. So here's the live web page. Anybody in this room doesn't believe me that you can browse to this website and do it in 5 minutes' time. Not now, because I'm about to make a call. But basically, if you browse to this web page, come here and click Call Us. Come here and click Call Us. Hey, who makes an impression doing my impression doing it? Alright, one last time. Okay, we're going to leave that running while it's not working and see what we can do. However, what I will say
Tell us what it should do, Dean.
Yeah, what should it do? Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll go here. Okay. So somebody browses to a website. This goes a little bit slow for the dummies, but browse to a website. Basically, it enables you. Here we've got a dude who's looking for a website. He's got some questions. What's he going to do? Pick up the phone, send him an email. He sees a little Mexuar logo. He clicks Call Us. Clicks on the Call Us icon, a box pops up. He clicks Call Us. There is no client that he downloads. Literally, it's running server-side delivered Java. The person at the other end answers the phone call.
I have to kill the stock photography. I don't know if we can allow this.
Now, the important thing to understand is the person answering the call at the other end is answering on a regular telephone. What actually occurs is that the person's browser initiates an IAX call on port 4569 through to the correlator application which sits in your warehouse, in your office, which connects to your telephone line, which makes your phone ring, and that's all there is to it. Q&A. Sorry. Any questions? Go.
All right, 4569, blocked. What do you do?
4569, if it's outgoing, can't get connection. It's that simple. IAX is a standard protocol that's being a lot more understood by the security companies that are out there, so they're allowing it. It has the advantage over SIP in that its NAT capabilities are far in advance of SIP, but if it's blocked, can't make a call. It's that simple. What happens if you can't make a call is you can put your phone number in there and then the server will ring you back. Next. Yes? Very similar to a star, a little bit more advanced, but only because of the asterisk stuff. Come see me later and I'll explain the difference, because if you understand it, it's a killer. Next.
What's the price comparison with, say, Mexuar and what Google and eBay are doing, Help Master and Miners and companies? Or what are the different spectrums?
Sure. Mexuar Correlator is a single license. You buy it, there's no time limit, there's no number of calls, it's just a one-off fee. Because we're tying it into Asterisk, which is open source and free, you can understand it's going to be fairly cheap. Google's technology, look guys, don't be afraid of Google. With a couple of dialogic boards and a rainy weekend, you can build exactly what Google is running today. Okay, their technology is old, it's unbelievable how bad it is if you know that particular space. So that answers your question.
They could copy it, good technology, and go. A lot of folks move to ActiveX and Flash, perhaps.
Anybody disagree with them?
Sure. What do you disagree with specifically, and we'll keep it super short.
Well, it's many things. If 4569 is blocked on an outgoing, you put a phone number to call you back.
Which is what Google are doing, except Google don't have the ability to dial from the browser itself.
I guarantee you, if the outgoing ports are blocked, the incoming ports can be blocked too.
That's correct? Of course.
So it's not going to work. They'll call you on the landline.
It'll call you on the landline. You put your phone number in there and the server will ring back, which is the older generation, which is what Google does.
And you're saying that Google is using old technology?
Very much so.
General protocol, et cetera, is new.
The problem with Google is that what they're doing is you can go into a website, put in anybody's phone number, and then the server dials the calls back, whereas our system is dialing from an IP address to the telephone. There is no requirement to put the phone number as long as port 4569 is open. Sorry, yes, behind you.
If I have a call center, if I'm one of your...
Hey, be sure to speak up so people in the back can hear
If
you.
I'm one of your potential clients and I have a call center, if I have the person speaking on the phone, they can only handle one customer.
That's
If
correct.
they have chat sessions, they can handle a lot of concurrent sessions.
Yeah.
Even with the chat-based support, you have somebody going on. And you can come up with a lot of customers having to look for, that'll have a high cost.
Exactly. LivePerson.com is a perfect example. So basically what this technology is that you search LivePerson.com in that it does offer voice. However, yes, you are only able to talk to one person at a time, whereas chat sessions, I think the reason why you're waiting so long is that they're trying to serve 4 or 5 people at once. Yes?
How much is it costing?
The server license is $2,000, except that it is totally tied to an IP address. There is no restriction on throughput, so we've got clients that are running 2,000 or doing testing at the moment to run 2,000 calls simultaneously through a single license. So in other words, it's just $2,000 and that's it.
Okay, fine, Mr. Dean, we're